to discuss again about the mean, median, and also the mode. I think we already know about what is mean, what is median, what is mode, what is yeah. We are going to study about this thing. Median is the middle value. If later on, as I told you last time, for when the data is not given in the cumulative frequency diagram, you can use the formula for n plus 1 divided by 2, or you can use like a canceling all the numbers from the very left to the very right, and then you cancel it until you find the middle one. Using that way is also possible. So there are two ways to find the median. You can use the formula, but after you use the formula n plus 1 divided by 2, you haven't gotten the answer yet. It is only telling you the position for the median. So you need to find maybe like there are 7 data, so you have to 7 values for the data. It means you have to do 7 plus 1 divided by 2. The answer, it will be 4. So the first thing that you have to do, you have to rearrange all the numbers or all the data from the smallest to the highest. After that, you find which data in the fourth position. Is there anyone who have any confusion about median? Or maybe my explanation is not clear enough. You need me to repeat the explanation or anything. Okay, if let me know if you have any question. Do not keep being quiet. Okay, about the if about mode is the most common value. So later you can find out easier for the mode. Later the most common number or the numbers with having the highest frequency, we call it as mode. Now for the mean in here, you have to find the total values first. After that, you divide it by the total numbers of value. So you will be getting the mean. Or yeah, is there anyone have any question? I think we already revised this at the very first when we study about statistics. But if you still have any confusion, you can tell me so I can remind you again if you have any confusion. No confusion? Okay, if you have no confusion, we are going to discuss some work example question. I hope that it will be making you make you more understand about what is mean, median, and also mode. So here I already have the data about the aeroplane flying into the remote airstrip for 15 days period, and then this is the number you can see 5703 and so on. So later on, if we are going to find the mean, we have to plus all of the numbers first. After you plus all of the numbers, later on you need to divide it by the total number of data. Since there are 15 days, so when you plus them, you have to divide it by 15. You can use a calculator, so when you divide it, it will be 4.4 aeroplanes on each day for the mean. And then for the median, usually we arrange all the numbers from the smallest to the highest. After that, since there are 15 data, so we do 15 plus 1 divided by 2. We got number 8. So it means we have to find the 8 data. This is the 8 data, or if you don't want to use the formula, you can cross it one by one from the left side to the right side. I cross one, and then after that I cross another one, and so on until you can find the middle number. The middle number in here, we call it as median. And then for the mode is the most common number. The most common number is it's number 4, as you can see. Is there anyone having any question, or my explanation is too confusing? Because number 4, there are 3 datas, and then for number 5, there are only 2 datas, and so on, as you can see it from the example question that I show it to you. Is there anyone having any question? Is there anyone having any question, or maybe my explanation is too fast? I just want to know. Okay. Please turn your camera on, everyone. Some of you haven't turned your camera on, like Gede, Ayong, Natalie, Richie, Samuel. Your camera is off now. Martin also, the camera is off. Please kindly turn your camera on. Okay, if you have no confusion, I will continue to the data that is given in the table. So here you already have the frequency table. If you already have the frequency table, later on, how do we find the mean? If you are going to find the mean, you have to find the multiple of the data and also the frequency. You have to multiply them because the formula is sigma fx. This sign we read it as sigma. So this is, we call it as sigma. This is, we have sigma fx. Fx means f times x. The f in here we got it from the frequency. The x we got it from the data. So it means when it is sigma fx, you have to find the fx first. So you have to multiply the the value with each frequency first. After that, you can find the sum of fx. So like the theta 3, for number 3, the frequency is 1. So it means you have to find 3 times 1, which is equals to 1. And then for the second values, you have 4. The frequency is 2. So you do 2 times 4 and so on. So it will be equals to 8. And as you can see it, all the total for sigma fx, we already have it in here. It will be 258. And then the sigma frequency is this one. It will be equals to 40. So later on, when we are going to find the median, it will be 258 divided by 40. So the final answer for the mean, it will be 6.45. Is there anyone having any question for finding the mean? Is there anyone having any question for finding the mean? No? No question? If you have no question, I will move to about finding the mode. If it is already given in the frequency table, it will be easier for you to find the mean because the mean is the data which is having the highest frequency. The one that having the highest frequency is on this one because 14 is the highest frequency, so it means the mode is 6. Is there anyone having any question? Or my explanation is too fast? No? Okay. So if the mean, you have to find the sigma fx first. Fx, you got it from the values multiply with the frequency. After that, you find the total. If you are going to find the mode, you just check the most highest frequency. The one that having the highest frequency, you call it as mode. If you have no question, I will move to the next explanation about finding the median. Still using the same data, using the same frequency table. So the formula is n plus 1 divided by 2. There are the frequency, the total frequency was 40. So I do 40 plus 1 divided by 2. The answer is 20.5. Now we have to find the 20.5 data. If it is 20.5 data, so it means we have to find the 20 and also the 21 data, the 20 and also the 21st data, we plus them and divide it by 2. How do we find the 20 and also the 21st? Remember about the cumulative frequency that you just learned yesterday. So we find the cumulative frequency. This is 1, it will be 1. The second cumulative frequency, so the previous one, you add it by 2. 1 plus 2, it will be equals to 3. And then after that, the number 3, you plus it with 4, you get 7. Just like that and so on. So 4 you plus by 3, it will be equals to 7. And then the 7, you plus it by 14, you will get 21. The 21 you plus by 11, you get 32 and so on. Now we are going to find the 20 and also the 21st data only. So it means for the third column in here, third row, I mean, the third data, until the value of 5, there are only 7 numbers that is having 4 or less than. And then for the 20 until in here, start from the 6 in here. For the 6 value, it means it will be from the 8 data. This is will be the 8 data until the 21st data. From the 8 data until 21st data. So it means for the 20 and also the 21st, the value it will be equals to 6. So later when we are going to find the median, we do 6 plus 6 divided by 2, which is equals to 6. Anyone having any question or my explanation is confusing for you? I can repeat if you think my explanation is still confusing.
No.
No? Why is it 8? Okay, after 7, what number ya? What number is it after 7? It means there is a one number that is having 3 values. So the first data is number 3. If like this, there are 2 data that having number 4. So it means the second and also the third will be equals to number 4. The value for the second and also the third, it will be 4. After that, this one, after third, yeah, it will be fourth. So it means for the fourth until the seventh one, it will be equals to 5. After 7, so it will be equals to 8. So it means in here, it will be the 8 data until 21st data. So for the next value, it will be the 22nd data until the 32nd data. Any question, or is there anyone who get confused still? For the 8, it will be the 33rd until 38 data and so on. You can continue by yourself. So the last one, it will be the 39th and also the 40 data. Anyone have any confusion, or maybe my explanation is still confusing? You can ask me any question. If you do not ask anything, so it means all of you already understand for sure. Okay. If you already understand, I will move to another type of a question for finding the mean, median, and also the mode. In here, we already have the frequency table, but in here, it will be the group data. If before it's not a group data, what does it mean by a group data? It means the X or the value, it will be given in a range. If before we only have like the number 1, the frequency is 3, or maybe the frequency for the value of 5, the frequency is 2. We directly know for each value what is the frequency. But now for the group data, we only have the interval and also we have the frequency. We know from 0 until 9 there are 2 data, but we don't know exactly what number is it that is axis in 0 until 9. It can be only 1 and 2, or maybe it's only 3 and 5. We don't know. We only have the range. And then from this range, we have to find the mean and also the mode. How do we find the mean? If finding the mean, we are going to use the same formula. So we find the sigma fx divided by sigma f. What is fx? Fx in here, the f, it will be the frequency. The x, it will be for the data. But since the data is given in the interval or in the range, we don't know the exact value. We need to find the midpoint. How do we find the midpoint? You have to plus 0 and 9 and then divide it by 2. So you do 0 plus 9, which is equals to 9, and then 9 divided by 2, you will have 4.5. For the next row, you have 10 until 19. So again, you have to find the midpoint. For finding the midpoint, you have to plus the 10 and also the 19. After you plus them, the result you divide it by 2. So you will get 14.5 and so on until you find the midpoint for the range 40 until 49. Anyone have any question to find the midpoint? Anyone have any question? Maybe my explanation is too fast or anything, you can ask me. Any question? No? Okay. If you have no question, for the fx, it means f times with the x. The f in here, it will be the frequency itself. The x for the group data, we take it from the midpoint. So now we do 2 times 4.5, which is equals to 9. 31 times 14.5, it will be equals to 449.5 and so on. That's why yesterday I already asked you, please kindly prepare a calculator because we are going to use so many calculation. So yeah, after you multiply the f with the x, you find the result. After that, you have to find the total. So the total f, you just plus 2, plus 31, plus 73, and so on until you plus it with 26. So later on, you have the sigma f. Sigma f, it will be 217. And then the sigma fx, it will be 6336.5. And then for finding the mean, it will be sigma fx divided by sigma f. The fx is that number, so we can divide them. So the number, it will be about 29.2 if we round it off to 3 significant figures. Is there anyone having any question? Is there anyone having any question? Or my explanation is confusing? No? If no question, now when we are going to find the mode, as I told you before, we only have the range. We don't know the exact value. So it means for finding the mode or finding the median, we cannot find the exact value. For the mean and also the mode, later on we just only can tell which class is it. So now the mode is 30 until 39. Modal and the mode, they are the same, only different terms. So you can say it is as a model or you can say it as a mode. So the mode is in between, is in the class of 30 until 39. As I told you before, when it's already in the frequency table and you have to find the mode, you have to look at the frequency. The one that having the highest frequency, it will be the mode. So yeah, it will be 30 until 39. Anyone have any question or the explanation is too fast? No? If no question, I will continue for finding the range. Range in here, we have to find the difference between the highest and the smallest. But now, since the value is given in the interval, we do know the value for the smallest and the highest. That's why we cannot find the range. So the answer, it will be no. Is there anyone having any question? Or the explanation is too fast? You can ask me any question if you have any question. No question? Okay, if you have no question, I will continue to the next slide. So it is on your textbook. You can open your textbook. I think I already told you to find the textbook page 507. So you can open your textbook page 507. We are going to discuss some question on that page. Yeah, it will be question 1 from your textbook page 507, exercise 35.3. Already open the textbook. Okay, 507, page 507. If you already opened the textbook, let us discuss it together. Now we have the frequency table, and it's already have the sentence in here. Note 1.8, and then there is a line, means it is in between 1.8 until 1.9. So it means later on when you are going to find the midpoint, you can write the value in here. You can write the value, it will be 1.9, because you can see the note, as you can see the 1.8 with the line, it will be 1.8 less than or equal h less than 1.9. So we can write it as 1.8 until 1.9. For the 1.9, it will be continue until 2.0. For 2.0, so it will be 2.1. 2.1, it will be connected with 2.2. 2.2, it will be connected with 2.3. So now we can complete the table and see the question, copy the table and complete it, include the necessary data which we are going to use to estimate the mean. So yeah, for finding the mean, we need to find the midpoint and also the result when you multiply the frequency and also the midpoint. That's why we have to complete all the value for the interval range first. So it will be easier later on when you are finding the midpoint, because when you are finding the midpoint, later on you have to plus the class interval, the lowest and the highest, you plus them and then divide it by 2. That's why the first thing that we have to do, we complete the interval first. After that, you find the midpoint. Anyone having any question or my explanation is too confusing? The class is quiet. I just want to make sure that my students are still joining my class. Is there anyone having any question? Or my explanation is too fast or anything, you can remind me. If you think my
No.
it's fine, for sure. Okay then. So now let us complete the table. We need to make the midpoint and also for the, sorry if the line is not really straight. Okay. So now let us find the midpoint. What is the midpoint for the first class interval? Anyone can tell me? Hello? Is there anyone who get confused still to find the midpoint?
No.
No. So can you help me to find the midpoint then if you have no confusion? What is the midpoint?
Of which number?
1.825.
Thank you. Midpoint. The midpoint is the x. Okay, it will be 1.85, correct. And then for the next midpoint, anyone? How many it will be?
1.95.
Okay, 1.95. And then for the next question,
2.05.
correct. Oopsie. And then for the next one,
2.15.
okay.
2.5.
Next, 2.
2.25.
Okay, last one,
2.35.
2.35. Okay, thank you. Now we have to find the fx. Fx in here, it means the midpoint you multiply with the frequency. Midpoint times with the frequency. So in here it will be of 2 times, 2 times with 1.85 and so on. It will be how many for this one? Anyone can tell me?
3.7.
Okay, 3.7. And then for the next one, you can use calculator. How many?
9.7. 9.75.
9.75. Okay. Next one, 20.5. Yeah, 20.5. And then the next one, how many it will be?
47.3.
Okay, thank you, Erika. And then next one, 7.5.
15.05.
And then the last one, it will be 4 times with 2.35. 9.4, is it? Is it? Okay, now we find the total. Now let us find the total. The one that we have to find the total is the frequency and also the total of fx. The total frequency, it will be how many? Anyone knows what is the total frequency? You can take your calculator, or maybe if you are having phone with you, I think all of
50.
yes, okay, 50, thank you. Now for the total fx, it will be how many? How many did you get? Is it same with mine? Is it 106.4? Or maybe I make typo on my calculator or anything? You can tell me. Is there anyone who got different answer with me? Maybe I am the one who make mistake in here. You can tell me. Or is there same or different, the total fx? The midpoint, we do not find the total. Same with mine or different? 100.
Same, teacher.
Same. Okay, so now we already done with the question A. We already complete the table to find the mean. Now estimate the mean height of the player. So for the mean, it will be the sigma fx divided by sigma f. So how many it will be? Many it will be 106.4 divided by 50. Anyone already tried to calculate how many it is?
2.128.
2.128. Okay, 2 point. Anyone having any question? Is there anyone having any question so far, or my explanation is not clear enough? You can tell me. I can repeat it again if you think my explanation is too fast. No? No question? If no question, let us continue to the question C. What is the model class? As I told you before, if finding the model, you just have to look at the frequency. The one that having the highest frequency, it will be the model. So for writing the model, you have to follow the note in here that is already given. So later on, for writing the model class, it will be okay. So it will be 2.1 less than or equal h less than 2.2. Any question or my explanation is confusing still, you can remind me or interrupt me when you think my explanation is too fast or anything. Everything still fine? Okay. Can I move to the next question, or do you still want to write it on your textbook first? Already? Maybe you can take a picture or take a screenshot first. So later you can copy it on your textbook. I will move to the next slide. If you think the explanation is too fast, you can always remind me. I will move to the question 2, still on your textbook. Now we move to the page 508. The number of hours of overtime, yeah, as you can read, as you can read it by yourself, we already have the range for hours overtime and also the number of the frequency of the employee. So now for 0 until 9, it will be 12 and so on. Now we have to find the mean. So again, for finding the mean, we have to complete the table. What do we need for finding the mean? If we are going to complete the table, what do we need in the table? What value do we need to find? Hello. Yeah, we have to find the midpoint. After we find the midpoint, you have to find the result when you multiply the midpoint and its frequency. So maybe while writing, I'm finishing the table. You can try to find what is the midpoint for each class interval. So later on, it will be easier for us to find the midpoint and also the fx. Oh, the line is not straight. Okay, what is the midpoint for the first class?
4.5.
Okay, and then the next one?
14.5.
Then 24.5. Okay.
34. 34.5.
You.
44.5. 54.5.
You. And then for the fx, you need to write this on a paper and then later submit it to me after the class finish, because only Erika who answered my question and none of you asked me any question. So let's just check if you really understand with my explanation or not. Please kindly try to finish this question and later submit it to the Google Classroom when the class finishes. Okay, now I give you some time to try it first. Please, when you submit it, write it complete with all of the steps, because I'm not sure if my students are still there, like Ains, Marcel, and Daniel. I cannot see you properly. Only some students to pay attention. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe you can try to do it by yourself first and then later submit it to me. Any question? Or, yeah. Please everyone turn your camera on so I can see that you are trying to do it in front of me.